So ever since Mike Tyson launched this comeback, well, it's a comeback of sorts, to fight Roy Jones, there's been lots of clips of him training posted on the internet. And some of those clips have looked very impressive, not only for a guy in his 50s, but even for a heavyweight today. The hand speed, the power, the explosiveness, all looks very impressive. But I've been saying since the first clip was revealed several months ago now, that I'm not convinced that Mike Tyson could come back and be a legitimate contender in the heavyweight division right now. Not at all. Not based off a tiny little clip, which was less than 30 seconds. You need to see a guy for much longer than that, maybe several rounds. You need to see him moving around the ring, doing footwork drills. You need to see him maybe in sparring to get a better flavor for where he's at. And I watched Mike Tyson, of course, from the 80s through to his last professional fight against Kevin McBride, which must have been, 15 years ago or something. It was a long time ago. He got stopped by Kevin McBride in the early 2000s. Kevin McBride, no disrespect to the guy, was a journeyman. And so for people to think that Mike Tyson is going to be better now than he was 15 years ago is unrealistic in my view. As I say, I was always telling people to just hold your horses and wait for some more extensive training footage of Mike Tyson to come out before you start jumping up and down saying he can knock out Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury even now. Now, this is the latest clip which has been released of Mike Tyson training. And it isn't a very long clip, but to me, this is revealing. Because the way Mike Tyson is moving in this clip, the way his body is and the way he's punching, he looks like an old man. See, some of the other clips, Tyson was moving almost like the young Tyson, or a younger version of Tyson, like Tyson in his mid-30s. If you look at this particular clip here, he is not moving like Mike Tyson in his 30s. This is a Mike Tyson in his 50s, clearly from the way he's moving. Because when you get older, you lose many things. But one of the things which you typically see with older fighters when they really start getting up there in age is they develop a certain stiffness to their movements. They lose the fluidity which they had when they were younger. And you can see that in Mike Tyson in this particular clip, if you know what you're looking at. You can see that there's a certain stiffness to the way he's moving. His hips don't rotate the way they used to. He can't move his body, or certainly not in this clip, the way he used to be able to move his body. And yeah, I think that when Mike Tyson does get in the ring against Roy Jones, Jones is still in danger because his punch resistance has been shot for many, many years. But after seeing this clip, I give Roy Jones a better chance than I initially did. I have to be honest, because Roy Jones is not as stiff as Mike Tyson looks here. Roy Jones has fought fairly recently in the past couple years. And in fact, Roy Jones said that the Tyson team were the ones responsible for pushing the fight back. And he believes they pushed the fight back because Mike wasn't in any kind of fighting condition. And yes, he was losing weight and aesthetically in shape, but his body wasn't performing to the level that they wanted it to perform. And he believes that's why they pushed it back. He also says they changed the rounds from 3-minute rounds to 2-minute rounds. And he believes all these changes are to benefit Mike Tyson. And they wouldn't be making these changes, in my estimation, if Mike Tyson was looking as explosive and devastating as some people think. I think that the Tyson team are concerned because Roy Jones has been fighting. Even though Roy Jones has been chinned loads of times in his career now, he has been fighting in the last few years. So he's going to have more ring sharpness than Mike Tyson's probably going to have. I mean, maybe I'll eat my words once they fight. But yeah, Roy Jones probably going to have more ring sharpness. So really, from what I'm seeing in this very short clip, Tyson needs to land. And look, if Tyson does land solid on Roy Jones, it's over. It's over. Roy Jones going to sleep. And if I had to pick between them, I mean, maybe I'd still go with Tyson. But we've seen so little of him. But based upon this little clip here, I give Roy Jones a much better chance than I did initially. Because the first few clips of Mike Tyson training, he looked explosive and he was moving like a much younger man. But this clip here, he looks old. His body has that old man stiffness about it. Whereas Roy Jones, even though he's slowed down a lot, his hand speed is still terrific and he's still fluid, Roy Jones. He doesn't have that weird stiffness that you get when you get up there in age. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm sure plenty of you are going to disagree. It's all good as long as we keep it respectful. And yeah, just drop your comments below.